brother.
Cheers.
Cheers
And
to
prayers.
Cheers to T-Rex, who's beside me, but you won't see her because she doesn't want to be on camera.
Cheers to T-Rex.
We are here on Eye of the Milton episode. We're gonna be talking about all things hurricanes and all the other bullshit that's going on in the world today because it's bullshit.
Yeah, there's quite a few updates. It's been a while since I've been down here.
It's
obviously the layout much different.
Layout's much different. We're missing a tapestry. It is upstairs. We have not put it up yet.
Yes.
Tapestry
list, but we'll get there.
We're getting there. I mean, we got a couch.
We got a couple very nice couches. They're comfortable. I'm kind of sitting in the middle of a crack or two over here, but you know what? It's much more spacious. Actually, it's much more spacious now that we have it like this.
Let's make sure we got audio.
I think I just fucked up the bell.
Yep, and we got audio, so we're good.
Okay.
All right. Why don't you try to share a screen real quick so that I can see it on my phone and see how we're looking? We're still working on through some things, all right, people.
And I just not to break in total karma of this. I think I broke the bell. I broke the bell.
How did you break the bell?
I sat on it. Oh my god! I broke the bell. I can't.
Okay, so you have to hit the view. I think
it's fucked.
At the top.
Oh, this tab?
Yeah.
I guess we have no more bell. And we have no share.
I can't.
But what we do have is breaking news.
I can't believe that you broke the bell.
And the breaking news is, as of this very moment, Tampa Bay seems like it's going to be okay. We hope. South of Tampa?
Where did you
that's a
hear
different
this?
story. Okay, so
let's say what you heard.
Okay,
while we're trying to figure this out.
As I cite the information only told to me from Weather Channel and the Fox News guy, I think. I don't know. I kind of rotate through a lot of the news when these kind of crazy things happen because it's interesting to me how different news organizations, the Weather Channel included, just portray the information and try to either upplay or downplay certain parts of it. It's kind of weird. It's a little bizarre. Plus, the Weather Channel throughout the entire day was just commercials. After 70% of the entire broadcast is just commercial. Anywho, I'm riffing, but I got to do it. I saw on the way here, I believe it was Weather Channel or I believe it was Fox News. One of those, I was scoping through all of them. They said it looks like the cane is going to hit a little bit south of Tampa. Tampa's still going to get hit with some shit. But
how much south? 10 miles, 100 miles, 50 miles?
So it said it's probably going to be closer to Naples.
I don't know what the hell.
And what's interesting is Naples is a pretty rich part of Florida.
Okay.
The area of Naples and other surrounding areas around there were fucking shredded by Hurricane Ian 2 years ago. But most of the people of Naples have enough money to afford to build back. Rebuild. You know what I mean?
Probably a little bit stronger this time, I would hope.
I don't know. Why would you even fucking bother to live there after this 2 fucking times in a row? It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Maybe find a place in Arizona or something.
Maybe.
But the thing is like the worst case scenario, hopefully. I mean, there's going to be shit that happens and we'll cover as much as we can as we go on. But it looks like worst case scenario, like the fucking video that they created from Tampa. Like the Tampa Bay themselves, like the city of Tampa themselves created a simulation, like a very realistic simulation of a worst case scenario.
Oh, like one of those news broadcasts where it shows cars floating away and shit?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they did that 4 or 5 years ago. Really fucking bad. It showed the hospital, the downtown hospital, up to the 4th floor. It's
Jesus,
15 to 20 foot surge is kind of that's it. Again, that's if a category 5 or 4 when it makes landfall.
Yeah,
happens.
This is category 3 now, right?
I think it got down to a category 3 right before landfall. Yeah. Yep.
As of 2 minutes ago, Hurricane Milton made landfall near Siesta Key, Florida as a Category 3 storm with 120 mile an hour sustained wind and gusts higher, according to the National Hurricane Center.
That's way earlier than they expected.
Can you not put the microphone there though? Because all we're getting is yeah, there you go.
I didn't even notice it, but that's why he's the host. Great job, though, Jamie.
Thank you.
Jamie T-Rex.
So it
Jamie
just
T-Rex.
hit landfall, you said, right? 2 minutes ago, just hit
Okay.
landfall.
That
Right
was
for
supposed to
Florida.
not happen until like later
Middle
on
of the
tonight.
night, I
Yeah.
thought. Like
11 to
midnight.
12.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
So it's
Interesting.
speeding up.
Yeah. But it's still a category 3, which is now, again, it's wherever that hit. What did you say? Siesta Key? I think that's another very rich spot. If you want to make a solid living down here, T-Rex, just by the off chance of you using a browser, check out the median income of Siesta Key.
You're asking a lot for somebody without a keyboard.
We had none of this planned. We gave her a bunch of videos that we're going to share later on in the episode, and I was like, we won't make it look too much 5 minutes in. Look up the median income of Siesta Key. I didn't think it was. I'll just say this. I did not see that coming.
I didn't see this coming.
That it would
The
break that early.
median income is $59,000 as of 2022.
Is it household income? I'm assuming. Yeah.
Individual income.
Individual income.
Household income is 113.5 thousand.
Right. Middle class.
That's middle
That's middle
class. That's
class.
blue collar.
Especially nowadays.
Now
it's actually
borderline
getting closer to
poor.
Yeah, so I
so
did not, that's not as rich
first-
as I imagined.
First broken bell tangent.
I'm gonna try to figure this out. Go ahead.
I heard that we are living in a worse Great Depression and nobody's talking about it.
Really?
So the
That's so
median,
depressing. I can't. I'm sorry. I did this. I'll
it
figure
was
it
a
out.
$3 bell. I'll get you a new one.
Ugh, that's not the point.
I know,
Did you hear that?
but I heard that the median average income for somebody in the Great Depression, adjusted to today's dollar value, was like $85,000. Was the median average income of people in the Great Depression.
Wait, 80. Okay, so the equal
dollar to today's value.
To today's dollar. Oh, so the fucking, what's that called? Jesus Christ. It's not even like, it's inflation.
Inflation, but
whatever the fuck. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's insane.
so they were making, let's say they were making $3,500 a year. With today's adjusted income, it would be 85 grand a year.
Single.
Median.
Single person. Really?
Well, I mean, at that point, fucking women didn't fucking work. So
That's true.
we need to go back to that.
Oh, boy.
Ding. But yeah.
Do you want to try to fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a piece missing though. That's the problem.
Oh boy.
Keep going though about your incomes.
And then they were talking about like how much a car was worth. Like you could go to the
Oh, they were way cheaper.
you could go to the car lot and pick up a brand new car for $5 grand, and to the adjusted income of today's value, that was like 25 grand. But now cars are going for
Well,
30 and 50 grand.
And because they were much simpler. You did it. You got it. You know, you're the bell. You're the bell now. Keep that thing away from me. I don't deserve it.
Oh, yeah, put it out there.
You got it.
Not right there.
Well, if you think about the cars they're making back then,
Way better.
They were better. They were more durable. They were made from like real steel.
Real steel.
Yeah, like they also didn't have
Way
nearly
more
as
harmful.
much. Way more harmful. Yeah, they were total driving bombs, but they didn't go as fast. You know what I mean? Like, and especially there wasn't as much electronics. There wasn't as much of like the piece that actually made the car work have to go through a fucking chip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nowadays cars are so fucking like high tech, and yes, it's better, quote unquote. I can't stand driving Bear's fucking cars sometimes because the entire thing is fucking touchscreen. I go, you lose this touchscreen, you lose everything. You can't even turn on the fucking air conditioning without the thing. Like
Yeah.
that is insane. Back then, air conditioning, it was rolling the windows down.
Yeah. Not even with your finger, with the whole arm
Just
movement.
fucking cranking that thing like you're fucking churning butter.
What'd you do?
Eric Girls is in Leaving Earth Inc.
Oh, he's fucking
Oh.
sending stuff in Signal now.
You gotta take a shot. I know you can't. That just means Major Fef's gonna have to take it for her.
He sent a picture of the bell.
That's great. Thank you to you out there. Thank you. Appreciate you, and thank you for listening as always.
At least you didn't fuck it up twice like I always do.
Anyways, we should probably get back to the weather.
Yeah.
I think, and we were hoping to have our buddy, we got a shout out to as well, as our buddy Conspiracy Clean. Hope he's doing okay. I believe he was north of the storm, but there's fucking crazy shit happening all across Florida tonight. So got to keep that entire state in there.
I also want him to say, stay safe, because Milton is not the end. Nadine is right behind it. And that's coming up straight through Miami, straight through the fucking middle of this state. So stay safe, my boys.
Do you think that is confirmed, like most projected paths is that storm? Because right now it's I don't even know if it's a tropical storm. It's like it's forming into something.
Yeah, wait till the dry ice gets there.
The dry ice. Okay, let's go ahead.
No, I want to go back. Actually, let's get away from Milton for a second. Let's go back to. I always call it Helen, but I guess it's Helene. Helene.
Yeah. Come on, Helene.
So we
get all of your lithium.
So there are many theories about Helene, and I'm probably going to stay away from a lot of them. I'm going to stick with the truth that I know. Right now, I know that storm is going to affect the entire country in ways that they don't even know.
Okay.
There was a significant supply warehouse in one of those towns.
You told me about this, yes.
That provides a lot of saline solution, which, if anybody knows, during surgeries, during anything that you are, they immediately pump you full of saline. This warehouse was manufacturing site was producing 1 million bags of saline solution a day.
Got obliterated?
And since Helene hit, it has produced 0. So all these people that want elective surgeries are going to get shut down first. So anybody that's got a little bit of a bum shoulder, anybody that's got a bit of a bum knee, anybody that's got a bit of a bum hip, you're not getting their hip replacement.
Yikes.
So a lot of people schedule that shit in the winter because they know they're going to be laid up in the house already. A lot of things are going to get canceled. This is going to affect a lot of people. And we'll go back to Milton. The next highest producer of saline solution, guess where they're fucking stationed?
Oh boy. Is that Tampa?
Fucking Tampa Bay.
Wow. What's up with the southern hurricane laden areas, even though the Helene one was nowhere probably fucking near a normal hurricane.
No,
like Tampa's got a lot of shit down there. Fucking U.S. Central Command's down there.
Yeah.
Like, well, a lot of things they could take out.
I'm starting to think that they're trying to hit our medical sector a little bit because and then Nadine is in path for the third most highest producer, except for exporters. So, like, we've got 1, 2, and 3 of saline solution that are going to get hit by hurricanes. Then we have to go to Germany for the fucking shit.
Do you think the Germans are behind the laser?
No, I don't think the Germans are behind the laser. I'm just wondering if there's something that people aren't thinking of that is actually happening that we need to look into further. I haven't looked into it because I just frankly haven't had time. Because we also have some very fucking good news.
Yes, let's do a little bit of the good news.
Let's do a little bit of the good news.
On the positive side.
Me and T-Rex are she's getting implanted. I'm not doing shit. She is getting implanted next Monday. We have a test on Friday to make sure her level is going up, and then a test on Wednesday to make sure that it's stuck. So hopefully the next time you see us on Updates on Humanity, we'll even have better news.
It'll be a party.
It'll be
when he says
party.
Implanted, he means with an embryo, since he didn't specify for some.
No, some alien.
It's actually a semiconductor chip, one of those smart chips from Elon Musk. Yeah, she's getting implanted with that.
Well, for the viewers that don't watch all the time and don't know our IVF stuff,
yes,
that's
a very, very exciting and hopeful. We'll all be drinking and you won't.
The silent partner says, "Let's go! It's baby season."
Yes.
Woohoo!
So yes, we are getting close, and hopefully within the next 10 months we will have baby.
Baby.
Then are you watching like live updates of this video? This bitch is on top of shit.
I told you, man. All it took was just a little bit of the split screen action. You give her about 5-10 minutes of training beforehand, and she's got it ready to go. She's got everything over there.
How do you feel? Do you feel that these two that were tropical storms that turned into full-blown hurricanes rather quickly, in my opinion, Do you feel like they are natural? Do you feel like they are just trending up because of climate change, or do you think something nefarious is going on?
I'm gonna take this to a place that I don't even think you see coming.
Okay, let's go.
You ready?
Yeah.
You did see it coming, and maybe you know where I'm talking about this. Okay, so let's take it back. Let's
Okay.
take it back before Helene. Okay. Do you remember during the summer? It was like spring or summertime, and you were sending me all those videos from Antarctica,
Yeah.
and they were what were they of? They were like these huge waves.
Yeah.
They were really what it was energy. It was picking up energy, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is a theory that I had pulled, which was probably pulled from the guy. What is it? Into Thin Air, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
We got a video of his coming up, but not yet.
She's like, which one? Which one?
I see her moving over there. I'm like, no, not yet. Don't play it yet. So anyways, they have these waves, like they measured on the buoys as like these huge fucking waves, right? Now the theory of that would be that it actually was just warming the fucking shit out of, like, it was pumping in this energy to eventually work its way up through the hurricane season, because they kept saying over and over again, this is going to be a bad hurricane season. This is going to be a really bad hurricane season. Get ready. And there really wasn't much for a while. And then it right before fucking election time. Oh, look at this. The October surprise. And it brings me back to go all the way a little further back to James fucking O'Keefe, to before he got his shit taken away, that when they finally ran out of the COVID lie in like 22-ish.
Okay. Yeah.
He has the guy admitting on tape, yeah, like COVID's done. No one really cares about that anymore. We're going to go real heavy into climate change. Now, him saying that at the time, I was like, dude, no one really cares about climate change. Like, up until fucking a week ago, I don't think anyone really, a couple weeks ago, no one would have really thought about climate change as the top issue. But what is the issue, like abortion, when Roe v. Wade came out? It clearly favors liberals. It's kind of the right thing to Roe v. Wade's like, okay, I'm on that side. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? That you should look into it. You're not exactly just taking care of your body. You know what you're doing. But like, that's a side that usually tends to lean liberal. Climate change is also another topic that tends to lean liberal.
For sure.
So, wow, look at this. No one thought about climate change. They had said 2 years ago, we're going to lean into fucking climate change. That's how we're going to win the election. And then lo and behold, these fucking huge, massive fucking hurricanes just happen to hit in October of an election year. And now if you say Nadine's coming in there, and it will literally look like a fucking cross, like an X marks the spot on the fucking state of Florida and everybody down there. Come on now. You can't look at me and straight in the face and say that there's not at least some bit of skepticism that this could be fucking connected, or some bit of skepticism that HAARP is real, which it is. No need to ring the bell on that one.
Well, how about, so you're talking about 2 years ago. How about, I think it was in, oh God, I don't remember the exact date, so don't quote me on it, bitches. But I think it was 2016. They did a test on a hurricane that went through Tampa.
The simulation you're talking
about? Yeah.
It was like, it was before COVID, so like 2017-ish.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So they did a mock-up
Yeah.
of it going right through Tampa and absolutely decimating the entire fucking city. So, I mean, they are literally just getting closer and closer to just telling us outright what the fuck's happening.
Yes.
Before it happens.
Do you have an update for us?
Just a quick update. From 4 minutes ago, the Eye of Milton is on shore just south of Tampa Bay. And apparently transformers are exploding somewhere and lighting up the sky blue.
Nice.
Well, are they transformers? Are they transformers, BGFF?
I'm going to go with Decepticons.
And just so you guys know where I'm getting my updates, this was CNN weather.
Oh,
That's where
God.
my update is.
No.
God.
Okay. This is a good point, because I forgot on my way out here, this was the Weather Channel. The guy actually was reporting he was seeing flashes of green. He goes, I've never before seen this type of reaction from a hurricane before. And this guy's it wasn't, who's the classic, Jim Canator? It was the Canator Jr. or whatever, one of the newer guys. But he was saying, he goes, I've never seen this. I go, what do you mean? You would never see transformers exploding? So the fact that you pulled that from CNN is interesting, because they were quick to covering what that might be.
Yeah.
What really are these green glowing and blue glowing lights going on as they're coming across. Decepticons?
I honestly think it's HARP, but
Yeah. Same
um,
lasers or green lights we're seeing where again?
everywhere.
I think Maui.
Maui.
I think Maui, the people had said that
Maui
they'd seen
and
some
the-
green lights.
I mean, if you go on infrared and watch the building of the storm, you can see green lasers hitting directly in the center of it. If you watch flight paths, you can watch NOAA planes going right to the center of it,
Mhm.
and then it goes fucking astronomically bigger.
Yep.
It's fucking insane.
There's no shortage of conspiratorial material
Yeah.
out there about this storm, especially this one. And it was, I think, amplified from when Helene hit and where it hit and the response of the government after it did hit. And they're like, oh, wait, by the way, there's a once in a lifetime storm that's forming in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, and it's going straight east,
Yeah.
right at Florida.
Missing the oil rigs, though.
Oh, BP
Just saying.
got their fucking bid in. Like, we want a piece of this, and we'll be part of the rebuild.
Can you
'Cause it's gonna
believe-
cost billions to
Can you
rebuild.
believe all of the hurricanes that have hit that region through all of the years? Not a single oil rig was hit. It's a little statistic that I like to throw out there because it's interesting.
Are they not getting hit, or are they built just in a way in which it resists
They literally circle around them.
the oil rigs?
Yeah, the hurricanes circle around the fucking.
Huh. I'd have to look into that a little more.
It's fucking
I
weird.
feel like I've seen a lot of paths, and there has to be a lot of oil rigs out there.
You would think, but they're all missed.
So the oil rig is an interesting thing because that's I feel like what the HARP thing kind of looks like the HARP thing that moves with the big fucking ball on it.
Yeah,
Like
with the mirror
it
thing. in
looks
it.
kind of like an oil rig. I mean,
Yeah.
those things are fucking massive.
Oh yeah.
So, and I don't know, man. I bet you they've probably been hit, but they're built in a way to withstand any fucking hurricane. But it'd be interesting to look into how they would spin them away. My thing is
The
though,
hurricane gets spun, not the oil rig, is what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're saying, yeah, I get you, and I'd like to look into it. But I think how fucking nuts is it that when they show all of the storms that have come out of like that area, they always say like someone will be like, we've never seen a storm like this. I've lived here my whole life, never seen a storm. And like the community notes queens will go on there and they'll be like, actually, if you look at all these hurricanes, and some of them were like, oh, they formed where they were and then they just jetted up into like fucking Texas or Louisiana. Like, no, that did not do the same thing as it did. Also, any of them that did make that same path, only like one in the last 150 years actually like intensified the way in which this one intensified. So like, okay, and then they want to say the whole thing is just climate change. That's it. That's the only explanation, only possible explanation. No figure.
The problem with climate change now that they're gonna have to I don't even know how they're gonna spin it, is that we all know that they can modify the climate.
Right. Cloud seeding is not
It's for real.
remotely a conspiracy.
No,
it's welcomed fact in any news source that they admit cloud seeding is real. They just say it's not powerful enough for a hurricane.
Yeah, okay. But
Cloud seeding probably isn't.
cloud seeding with the fucking airplanes. Those aren't
Right.
chemtrails. Those
Chemtrails.
those are chemtrails. But I mean, they've already admitted that Saudi Arabia used it to make their land fertile. They used it so
China
much.
uses
They used
Use
it
it a lot.
so much to get rain.
Mm-hmm.
And you can literally see the planes going into the eye of the storm. That's what I like. Why would a plane go into the eye of the storm saying that it's collecting data? Bullshit. I can see that you're going to collect data, but you don't use you don't use a manned aircraft to fucking collect data in something like that. I mean, even the fucking movies for Twister use Dorothy. They don't put someone in the fucking line of fire.
Well,
They ended up in the line of fire because they're retards, but they don't put someone in the line of fire of these fucking storms because you're gonna fucking die.
yeah.
What plane is gonna make it out of the hurricane that are going 120 mile an hour winds?
They're big. Yeah.
Like, go fuck yourself.
They are also though flying a little higher than what a tornado. Like I don't think you can fly a fucking plane into a tornado.
I
There's
guess
no way.
high pressure steers hurricanes away.
What? Who said that?
Silent Partner says high pressure starts to steer the. Is that why? So
Oh yes, yeah.
is that the dry ice thing? Is that what?
Well,
What
low,
is dry
low
ice?
pressure. I don't know. I don't know the pressure thing about the dry ice, but the
Okay.
the lower the pressure, the worse the hurricane is. The smaller the eye, like the smaller that eye, the more powerful that fucker is going to be because it's just all storm.
Okay.
Like as the eye dissipates, that's what eventually kills off the storm. As the eye breaks apart into different storms and it goes away. But yeah, high pressure system. Like if it gets to a high pressure system, eventually that pushes it away, and it just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. But I mean, that might be an explanation of dry ice. I did see a video of the person in their backyard,
The Florida guy.
and then the number one comment said it was a water line that short circuited and was. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a picture or video of a water line. Maybe they're everywhere, but
never heard of that.
Yeah, to the dry ice theory, it definitely gives weight.
I mean, it looks like dry ice. It's smoking. Just saying.
I mean, the sheer force of a normally like large fucking hurricane is huge, but when everyone keeps saying that there's like certain anomalies about like all of this,
yeah,
like where it started, how it kept how fast it intensified. It was the third fastest intensifying, and easily, if you look up the other ones, they did not come from there. They came closer to the equator, or they came from Africa. It was that's like most of those big hurricanes will come from under there and they'll sweep back up.
Mm-hmm.
There just isn't a lot of hurricanes. There's none that you could really point to that were this fucking powerful and that pinpointed to hit a certain spot.
Do you realize that there is so much other shit going on too?
Well, yes, the minds of the entire world are on Milton, but luckily for you all, this is updates on humanity. And as of right now, catch us on any other updates that you get over there, T-Rex.
Yeah.
But it seems like, and if you can get some footage, feel free to share some live footage on there. But should we hit a couple of the videos?
We can. Yeah. What do you want to hit?
We got the one where let's just, if you haven't figured this out, I think we owe it to Lieutenant Dan.
Okay.
That's the L's one. Lieutenant Dan just became the next, as I would call, Harry R. Truman, who died with the volcano in Mount St. Helens. Said I wouldn't fucking leave. That guy deserves a movie about his life. Bootlegger, World War I veteran, said I'm going with the mountain. And that's this homeless one-legged man named Lieutenant Dan of Tampa Bay. I think we'll be able to hear it. Or
I don't know.
Silent Partner, you are our test dummy. I still see us.
Hang on.
All right, Lieutenant Dan, the people have been asking to set you up a GoFundMe, so that's what I did. Link's in the bio. What do you want to say to everyone that's been supporting you along the way?
I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And if you're starting to GoFundMe, I'm going to tell you what the money is going to be used for. I'm upgrading. I need a bigger boat. I really want something like 35 foot. That was the last boat that I was on. I only bought this because it was in my price range. I was on Social Security disability. They cut me after 22 years and said I'm no longer disabled. I used to get a check every month. Now I don't get nothing. I have no income. And I'm being blessed every day.
Check is one fucking
our daily bread. Every day somebody will give me something. So I don't go hungry and I got everything. You know, it's just, God is good and you people are all angels. So, you know, you're working for him. You ain't asking for much. Tithe you 10%. Gotta give it to the church, give it to me.
Awesome, guys. If you want to help out,
give it to church.
I'll put the link in the bio. Let's get Lieutenant Dan a new vessel here and get his sea legs back so we can get to buzzing again. Let's go, baby.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
That dude just did that for clout.
Absolutely.
That's some bullshit.
The guy who was trying to help him to get GoFundMe, yeah, he definitely did it for clout. But Lieutenant Dan's story, and maybe if you have any updates on Lieutenant Dan, that'd be good. But you said the last video you saw of him, that fucking boat was swinging.
It was swinging. Like I saw it damn near fucking halfway over. They said it's a video on TikTok, but they said he was still on the boat and he ain't leaving.
No, he's not leaving.
I don't know if he was on the boat at that time, but I know he ain't leaving. So.
They had another one where the sheriff came over and talked to him. He was like, "You gotta go. Like you can't say." He's like, "I'm not leaving. Like I'm not leaving this boat." So like, what were they gonna do?
Yeah.
Fucking go down the rest of like, all right. They'll probably like write your fucking name on your arm with Sharpie. Well, you know,
Can you believe that
the
fucking
the
guy?
Coast Guard will come up. They did that for Helene too.
Can you believe that they came out and said that though?
They said it again. They said it the first hurricane as well.
That I can't believe that.
That's unbelievable.
I can't
Especially in
believe
today's climate of how touchy everybody
Yeah.
is. But no one seems to care. I wonder why. I wonder why leftists don't
that.
care about that.
Write your
They're like,
name.
yeah,
on
and
your
then
arm.
fucking just die because you're probably voting for Trump anyways. They can even write their name in Sharpie. You college-educated fucking cucks. Yeah, fucking great. Yeah, they and the mayor again for Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Former Republican. Oh my goodness, Trump becomes president. I have to become a Democrat. She said straight up, like, if you're in this area and you don't evacuate, you will die,
I heard that.
and we won't come save you. Like, you know, it's like what?
What?
Well, they say like we're not going to save you. Like they're just like you're going to die. You know, and it could be because of the winds and shit like that. Like they can't send helicopters and helpers out there, which actually brings me to another video that we had saved.
Is this the rotor wash?
Fucking the wash, which I can't remember which one. It's the helicopter one though.
Yeah, the helicopter, not that one.
That
one.
This is fucked. This is at the Cajun Navy. That's what it is. Cajun Navy. I call them the Cajun Army. I think that might deserve a shot. Yeah, go ahead, play it. Rip it.
She doesn't have. She's getting there. She's on it. You're doing great, babe.
This, yes,
Seriously,
absolutely.
Seriously, you are.
This is a very, very big upgrade from us, from both of us. I mean, what the fuck? Like, absolutely just all these people who had, and it's because it wasn't a FEMA fucking regulated site, and they say, oh, we were just delivering generators, but the pilot made a mistake. Really?
Then why are you in an unmarked helicopter with masks?
With masks on. Unmarked helicopter, masks, after supposedly the people who were down there will testify to this, because there should be investigation about that. There won't be, but there should be an investigation about that. 2 SUVs, unmarked SUVs, black SUVs, people got up, wouldn't identify who they're with, to say, hey, you got to stop this right now. You got to stop. You can't be doing this. What? Gathering resources together as citizens,
gathering supplies so we can help
because
people.
you incompetent government fucks couldn't do it for us because you're sitting behind bureaucratic red tape. You got to wait for Kamala Harris's fucking photo op to come down here and walk through the streets.
Yeah, no shit.
So the people of the area, the Cajun Navy, they fucking get together. They do this a lot because they've been there before.
Appalachia,
Katrina,
man.
fucking, who do you think saved all those fucking people when George Bush was totally inept? It was the people.
Yeah.
And they try to do it again. They just get washed out by helicopters.
Fucking during Katrina, the fucking FEMA motherfuckers funneled everybody into the Saints Dome.
Yeah.
And then a million people went fucking missing. And we still don't know where they fucking went.
Mhm.
So, you know, trust FEMA if you want, but I don't.
Yeah.
Babe, after I saw that video, what is the first thing I asked you? How am I going to get to North Carolina?
Yeah.
Because that helicopter deserved to be shot down. And I'm not sure how you did
up. It's they're powerless. You know what I mean? They're trying to be the civil fucking.
I would have shot that shit down.
I mean, at some point, it's almost straight out of a fucking movie.
Fucking reality is stranger than fiction at this point. So
Yeah.
fuck it. Blow it out of the fucking air.
If it happened again in more dire situation, because what could happen if let's just say the storm is going to continue, and potentially Nadine and all of that could wreak havoc on the entire fucking state. Like Florida, I'm just praying is not going to end up this way, because if it got really fucking bad, similar to how Helene is, but on a state level, because like Helene really screwed up a lot of these like inland fucking mountain towns. Like that, no one would have guessed that they would have ever had to endure something like that, and it just fucked up everything of this, the roads, the infrastructure, like everything about that town got destroyed by that fucking hurricane because of the river. And like there is a river in Tampa Bay, And they so far, if it's missed enough and it's going to get a lot of fucking rain, they'll probably have some flooding. But like that is just washing away a populace, and then to come out there and be like, hey, guess what? When there's people that show up before the government does, no, can't do that.
Can't do that.
Can't have any flyovers.
You're
no
going to get
drones.
arrested.
Yeah.
You're going to get
Pete
arrested.
Booty Juice was out there fucking talking about it again. Fucking Booty Juice.
Oh, talking about Elon and shit again,
Well,
or no?
he comes out, he goes, and we must keep in mind that we have to keep the air with the air, whatever, the fucking airspace.
Oh, is this about the
clear.
drones and shit?
No drones. We have to make sure that it doesn't inhibit, any of the rescue attempts. Bitch, fuck your dumb ass.
Yeah.
That is all about the people not being able to have pictures taken of the devastation because you don't want that getting out. And then if it does
That's
get out,
exactly it.
it's somehow, some way, Donald Trump's fault.
Oh, yeah, always. Always. Because he negated climate change, this is Donald Trump's fault. Because he got rid of NATO, this is Donald Trump's fault.
Yeah.
Because he did this is Donald Trump's fault.
It's just not working.
It's not. It doesn't work.
It
at
has
all.
no effect. It's Chicken Little.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like everything is racist. Everything's
But
Donald
the
Trump.
sky is literally falling.
Yeah.
And people are still like, that guy's evil. He's a felon. Is he though?
Well, the felony charges aren't real felony charges. So.
That's what I'm saying. He's not real. He's not a real felon.
No, not any more than anyone else that was like a felon for fucking drug possession in the 80s or 90s. But I think the people that like rise up they need to continue to do that. Like it actually, that to me is a very big deterrence for most normal people. That helicopter footage, I don't know anyone that would have been like, well, they shouldn't have been doing it. That's no one you fucking know in your personal life. Only the snootiest that live in rich liberal areas would ever say that they shouldn't have been doing that. That's like any normal person's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're trying to help their community, and the military is freaking like that. They try to shut that fucking video down quick.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised you're able to fucking I'm surprised we were still able to show it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's the unmarked helicopters when they start showing up. Good Lord. Hope you're prepared.
You all right? All right. So do you know that there's other things going on though?
So around the world, other than the constant
Not even
bombings-
around the world.
Oh, here
there's other things going on.
Mm,
Some a little bit south of us.
okay.
So Mexico is currently underwater. What was it? Acapulco or something is literally underwater.
Is that from the most recent hurricane?
I think so.
Is it Milton or the one before?
I think it was
There's
the
been a
one.
couple.
It was the one before it.
Yeah, and Milton fucked up a good part of it too.
Yeah. And then so they're underwater, and then in Wyoming, we have a forest fire
I did hear about that.
that is getting out of control, and people are starting to get evacuated from that. So we've got the northern border that is on fire,
Mhm.
and we have the southern border that's underwater. I'm sure. I mean, it sounds fucking biblical to me. Where the fuck is we got fire, we got water, we just need some brimstone,
Mhm.
and then we're fucking there.
Well,
so
we do have a G4 solar storm happening tonight. So
another fucking solar storm
harder
than the 9X that we just got.
Well, I don't know the scale. I just know like the G's, the G1
I don't know
to
the G scale.
G5.
I don't know that scale.
The G scale is, I think it's like, it just depends on like where you see it. Like you can see it with the naked eye, basically with the G5 if you look north in a clear sky, which it actually is tonight. So you should probably be able to see it.
The Aurora Borealis or whatever.
Yes, the Aurora.
The radiation that's hitting our Earth. That's what that Aurora Borealis is.
I'm too immature. I always think of Areola Borealis. I don't know. It's just like the letters. I'm dyslexic. All I see is Areola.
Is it a nice flesh tone one, or is it that weird black one?
It's green. Much like
that's interesting.
Much like the transformers that are happening down at the wall as they're hitting the coast of Florida. So I did hear about Wyoming. I also saw, and I feel as it's a credible source, you saw the video of the deer running.
No,
you didn't see that one?
I did not see that one.
Good, because it's an old video.
Okay.
They're like, oh, it's like this is from another wildfire in Wyoming. Wyoming, I think, actually does have quite a bit of wildfires. Now, the Mexico thing, as they're underwater, is interesting to me because that looked catastrophic.
Yeah.
And they also, I believe, just got their first female president in Mexico after they assassinated 38 other candidates.
One of
And
them.
then her very first like couple months in office, they just flood a fucking region.
Yeah, no shit.
Mm.
I think the last president was in office for like 30 days, and then they found his decapitated head
Mhm.
on his car.
There is no job as unsafe in the world as the president of Mexico. I mean, you'd have to assume that if she's going to be in power and do well and be respected, she's cartel.
And
She's in the
well,
cartel.
not only is she cartel, she's Jewish.
Oh boy,
That's all
I
I'll
had to
say.
get there sometime.
That's all I'll say.
She's a Mexican Jew.
Mexican Jew.
Okay.
Yeah.
And probably has some ties to, American, Israel,
AIPAC.
yeah, all of that.
All
Okay.
of that.
Well, I wish her well.
I mean, she'll be fine.
There's there's no exit interview on that one.
No,
there's not really much up for re-election. You're either back in or you did. So
bolt to the head or hanging. Which one do you want?
Someone had mentioned like a lot of people unless you're like living in the area, and obviously like it's the major story, like what's happening right now. But like what they've tried to do is they've always tried to do bread and circus type shit. The cabal.
Oh yeah.
That as these things are going on,
talking about the cabal. Look at me go.
I mean, it's just everywhere. Everyone's in on it. Everyone's fucking in on it. It's fucking hilarious. Now you get random people asking me like, now it's like because they know us, and they're like, "What do you think about this?" And it's like, "You too."
People at my work are now coming to me like,
Oh
so,
yeah.
What do you think about that dry ice in the hurricane?
I
was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh no shit. Like the people, it's not. I wouldn't say it's as common, but like they just know like they can come up and be like, it's a fucking crazy fucking storm. It's like, what are the odds, huh? And like, what do you think? And they're like, what do you think it is? I was like, you don't believe it, really? But it's like this little drug you want to like dip your toes into to see.
That's
like,
fine.
just to have on the back burner, like, yeah, I doubt it, but it's interesting.
So, you know how fun Christmas Eve is going to be for me this year?
Well, depends on what happens in a month, but yeah.
Either way, it's going to be fun because I'm with my entire family, and those motherfuckers owe me some apologies.
Yeah?
I mean, just by one person getting arrested, they owe me some fucking apologies.
Did he?
Oh, dude.
Diddy was the one that fucking.
Diddy was the
one that broke the straw on the camel's back.
For me, yeah, because I've been telling them for years that the whole Hollywood fucking is a pedophile ring, and it'll all come out one day. And they were like, "Yeah, okay." I've been telling you for the longest fucking time, and wait for it to come out that the fucking Friends cast, all the women are men. Wait till that fucking comes out.
You were onto that too?
Oh.
You believe that, T-Rex? Yeah, she's shaking her head.
She may not believe it, but it's coming out.
It's one of those things where she's dipping the toes in the water.
We're all dipping the toes. I just went
see-
fucking head first, motherfuckers.
I can
Everybody's
see
dipping
Courtney
their toes.
Cox. I can see Courtney Cox.
You can see Jennifer Aniston now.
Courtney Cox. Yeah, she's aging. That's what women
Terrible.
age. She's not at the point of Melinda Gates, but
She's not at.
she looks
She's-
similar to Melinda Gates though when she gets old.
Bro, she's got the fucking weird ass fucking cheekbones that make her look like that new movie Smile. It's fucking crazy.
It's Botox.
I get it, but why? Why?
Because they're vain. That's who they are. I mean, I've seen her in most like raunchy fucking roles, and yes, CGI can happen. I just don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe her specifically. Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, sure. You know, who knows? Maybe Matthew Perry found out and they killed him. Ring the bell.
You know they're looking into that, right?
Okay. What? That someone killed him?
That they're looking into his death.
As suspicious?
Suspicious.
He had a couple pills and
he had a couple pills and just posted about his death 2 hours before his death.
His death should be investigated. Like, we can go on and on about the celebrity deaths. We really could.
We could.
Let me ask you this though.
Okay.
So before all of like this had happened, would you think that the hurricane response and like the whole, Kamala tied to whatever, the FEMA, whatever it has. Do you think that has more of an effect on how she's doing poorly in the polls now? Or do you think that's because she went on and tried to literally just do the bread and circus act and get in front of the fucking people and bomb every fucking interview she did that should have helped her?
So I think it's both of them.
You
and
think
I'll tell you why.
strongly both?
I think strongly both, and because you're hitting two different demographics.
Okay, that's good.
Because people like me who don't listen to the news, don't watch the news, don't watch 60 Minutes because it's all bullshit and fucking scripted.
You don't listen to Call Her Daddy?
I don't. What the fuck is even that? What the fuck is even? I've stopped listening to Joe Rogan.
Wow, really?
Because I'm not too sure about him anymore.
Shemouth was on recently. Not a big fan of his, but he's good. He's good content.
I still listen to the good ones, but turn your mic off. The first one, slide it down. You good? Gotcha.
You gotta step out.
But so what the fuck was I talking about?
So-
it was both because
Yes.
you're hitting two different demographics. Because I don't watch the news, I don't watch 60 Minutes, I
Howard
don't watch any of
Stern.
that. I don't watch any of that bullshit. So I get all my news from actual people on TikTok and X. Sometimes they're bots, yes, but I'm pretty good at weeding the bots out.
I would say yes, and most of them have the same fucking
Correct.
the same fucking text, same
Yeah.
to a T,
Yeah.
punctuation and everything.
It's pretty easy to weed out the bots and actually get real people. So that's where I get my information. But the people, the normies, like I like to call them, the NPCs of the world,
Yes,
they watch that shit. So when they see their candidate just fall on their face with a scripted television
fucking
broadcast
cupcake,
of softball fucking questions. And I mean, they weren't even softball questions. I won't even give it that because I mean, at one point he asked her, "You're flip flopping. What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah, why do you change
and
your
then
position
just
so much?
word vomit came out.
I'm from a middle class family.
Yeah, that doesn't mean dick. I don't care.
People make kids fucking making fun of her as well. I'm from. She goes, "Would you like to do your chores now?" Well, I'm from a middle class family. You didn't see that one?
No, I haven't
Little
seen that
girl.
one. That's awesome.
Little girl, they're asking, is like, "Hey, you gonna help me do the dishes?" Well, you see, I'm from a middle class family, and then she goes on and she starts laughing. You know, like wow, that kid's a G. Based as fuck.
I don't understand how you can fail at so many fucking levels and still think that like the entire party thinks that she's gonna win.
Not maybe not so confidently now. The thing is, the clones, you know, the Stephen Kings, the fucking Mark Hamills, they're lost. They're in a reality.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah. I mean, he's smart though. He'll probably bail out. He probably won't ride the whole fucking storm if it gets any worse, like our buddy Lieutenant Dan. But like there's people that are gonna go down with the ship. The Harry J. Sissons of the fucking world. They're constantly gonna pump out bullshit propaganda. And the funny thing is that if you call her daddy, so this is a perfect example. I could give you an example of every single interview that she did.
Give me a fucking synopsis of this fucking show.
So you don't know what Call Her Daddy is?
Not even a little bit.
Call Her Daddy, I think, is the third most popular podcast in the world.
That's why I don't know.
Okay. It originally was a part of Barstool, and the two girls spun off, I believe.
Okay.
They
think
they became big. They became bigger than Barstool for women. It's women horse. Like the women love to listen to them and talk about blowjobs, talk about making dudes come. Like it's like a raunchy. It's the raunchiest girl podcasts in the world. That's why it's so popular. You know, obviously. So long story short, the one girl left. The other girl became huge. I literally don't even know her name. She's just Call Her Daddy girl to me. I don't listen to it. So he thought, okay, this is gonna be huge. The response was not what they were looking for because they really just wanted to like amp up like the girls that listen to the show. I mean, it's all women. That's all young women that listen to the show. And the comments were overwhelming. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, this sounds like propaganda. Like, this is like, what is this bullshit? Like, I don't like and it was like, I mean, they had a couple of good talking points. Like, you know, can you think of any laws that currently hold weight over a men's body? And they're like, no. And it's like, Good. That's your one clip that you're going to run. But anyone who
The
listens
draft.
to the podcast,
Sorry.
because it's the draft, the third most listened podcast. That's basically it. Almost is the equivalent of Trump going on Rogan and bombing, or the fact that Rogan is not authentic in the interview, and you can tell, because then the Rogan listeners will be like, okay,
What the fuck?
this is not Joe Rogan. Like,
Yeah.
this is not the shit that makes.
They gave him fucking questions, and we can tell you,
Right.
motherfucker.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Like, so that's kind of the equivalent. And the Howard Stern
Well,
thing.
I mean, they've already fucking been proven to give money to TikTokers, X accounts. Like, they're already shoving money in their face so that they will promote them.
The problem is that kids these days, because especially the younger voters, like, unless you're at a liberal fucking progressive college, which
you were on camera.
I was at recently, like, it's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking
Progressive
destitute.
colleges?
Oh my Lord.
Like, there's nobody there, or
No. There's people there. It's just
all
you
the
can-
NPCs
you can
walking around?
but yeah, more like Intifada. It's
Really?
just, it's not even like a nationality thing at all. It's just like, you can tell these kids are ready. They're ready.
Fuck shit up.
I mean, it's just the overall pessimistic look of anger and hate towards an oppression that doesn't really affect most of them. An imaginary oppressor. And it's just the fact that they've been drilled since the time they were born, way more than we have, way more than our generation has, that you're a victim. You're just a victim.
Yeah.
Everything about you is a victim. So who are you going to vote for? The victim. And Kamala is painting herself as the victim. So it's not even like that. So to go so far as just like, you can just tell the overwhelming sense of arrogance and the fact that they are so set on just being this commune of similar ideals, and there's no way anything else can get inside of this wall.
Yeah.
How dare you ever like question the
Because
lockstep of what we need to agree on?
Because as soon as you bring up anything that's counterpoint to that,
Yeah.
they start screaming.
Right.
And saying that you're a Nazi.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
But aside from them, and it's not all of them, because you got to remember, most kids do not go to these huge fucking progressive schools. The kids their age, if they even go to fucking college at all.
Yeah.
So what are the rest of them doing? Like, they're us. They're fucking this.
Yeah.
Even more like fucking radicalized on conspiracy theories, because they also grew up in a time where we weren't questioning as much. Well, we were questioning more things. Like, I can think of a time when we were in college, or the college era. The only one I could think come to mind of like the main ones were like JFK, Bush to 9/11. And we just kind of rotated aliens.
Yeah,
We just kind of rotated through the repeats. And then now it's like every fucking day with Twitter and TikTok, it's like these theories are just flying at these fucking kids. I think they're underestimating the power of the conspiracy theorists in this election.
I think that they don't understand the numbers that are growing.
Question people, the
questioners, because the more things that... Okay, so Florida had fucking tornadoes, and the eye of the storm had lightning storms. Two things not normal with a normal hurricane. When those anomalies start progressing, and I don't think we're done, by the way, just so everybody's aware, I don't think we're done. The anomalies will just become so incongruent with normality that people will have to start to question things.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will have to start getting to the answers of things, because too many people will start questioning. Right now, we have one person in the whole of Washington, D.C. that's actually looking out for the common man. One person.
Thomas Massey.
Thomas fucking Massey.
Did I get it? Nice.
You got it.
Yeah, he is.
He's the only one that's looking out for the American people. He sacrificed his fucking wife for us.
Shout out Massey.
Massey.
So did RFK Jr. allegedly. Wait, did he actually kill his wife, Thomas Massey?
Thomas Massey didn't kill his wife, but he got his wife killed.
What?
He went on Tucker and said that every single congressperson has an AIPAC official that they have to talk with before passing a bill.
Okay.
That means that our government is bought and paid for. That means that there are treasonous motherfuckers
Okay.
in the House. They wanted to shut him up.
What
They
happened to his
killed
wife?
his wife.
What happened to his wife?
She died.
How?
Nobody knows.
There's got to be a fucking T-Rex. How did Mrs. Mazzy pass? I didn't even realize his wife died.
Yeah, that's why he was off of Congress for like fucking 2 months.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't get that deep. That must have been while I was balls deep in the Bills being 3-0. Thomas Massey.
Thomas
Massey's
Massey's yeah, wife.
Well, I thought you meant like she left him because of politics, or like
No,
he was like you're going too base.
She left him permanently. She left the earth.
It's fucked up. Melinda Gates fucking bailed on it for the sake of humanity. She was like, I can't keep up with this Satanist shit. And then Cheryl Hines chose her career over RFK Jr. trying to save kids from vaccines. So, fuck them hoes. Maybe not Melinda Gates.
Did she really say satanic shit?
No.
Oh.
I made that up.
That would have been insane because I didn't see that, and that should have been top fucking news.
It should. Melinda, that dude. He'll be all
That
over.
dude. Bill Gates fucking that dude.
The worst. We should do a show where we rank the
women that are dudes.
They're all politicians' wives.
Oh God,
The fucking first lady of France.
fucking what's her fucking
Chuck Schumer's wife.
Oh God, that's who I was thinking of.
That's who you're thinking of.
Albert Einstein's wife.
I didn't know that one. No way.
Oh my God, dude.
Albert.
Not finding nothing. Interesting.
Did you lie about Thomas Massey's wife dying?
No, I swear to God, she
You might
died.
have to drink that whole bottle.
I swear to God, she died.
No, so she did die.
Thank
but
you.
I can't
Okay.
find a reason behind it. The only thing I keep seeing is
That's interesting.
he's saying no, she didn't take the COVID shots. That's all I'm
She
getting.
must have died of suddenly. She died suddenly.
Yeah.
The old Hillary Clinton style, if you will.
That poor fuck. He's out there fighting for our rights. And actually, the funny thing is, he has been relatively more tame since he's come back. So they probably fucking did it. Damn.
He's still going hard though.
He's the goat.
He's got a gun bill that's supposed to hit the floor soon that basically revokes New York State's right to mandate that we get a permit for our pistols.
Really?
So
Did he
that is-
do that for us? Because I've seen he's actually been trying to do that for a while, I think.
He has, but now he's
Yeah.
got some backing.
Okay, that's good.
So hopefully that'll be insane.
I mean, let's just be
That
honest.
might make me not want to leave New York.
I think, unfortunately, I don't think it's gotten as bad for most people to the point where this election, unless it gets crazier, which I'm sure it will be in the next 3 to 4 weeks, is that the average person that it would be like a landslide one way or the other. It's going to come down to the fucking wire, and they'll probably cheat again. So,
Why do you think all the illegals are here?
yeah, I mean, and they cheated last time with not, I don't know if it's the same thing, but just Jesus fucking Christ. How is it allowed that certain counties had more votes than registered voters?
113%.
That is just fucking bad math. That does not make sense.
What are we,
It's like-
Terrence Howard?
I mean, I hate to always relate it. We're going off of Terrence Howard fucking multi-universe type math we're talking about here. Okay? 2 and 2 is 4. 2 divided by 1 is me. Like, you know, I think the main thing is like, okay, I always relate it back to fucking student council or fucking shit from elementary school. You're voting for class president. You have 20 kids in your class, but 30 votes get put in. Does the teacher say, well, not really sure where all these extra votes came from, but guess what, Tommy? You're the president because you got 17 of them.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, stop. No, full stop. Like, that's a wrong. Like, okay, who the fuck? The teacher would be like, okay, who the fuck was funny? Who did this? That's a great fucking lesson for the team. Like, hey, yeah, we rigged this one. We wanted him to fucking be class president. We threw extra ones in there.
Yeah.
It's
On tape.
fucking first grade shit
On tape.
that we're talking about here.
On tape, we stuffed the ballot box.
Yes. With their fucking
Fucking
rulers.
Tommy.
Fucking Tommy over there in the back by the cubbies. Yeah.
Buying votes.
I got extra cards. I stole them off the printer. Yeah. Just fill them out for me. I'll make sure we get the extra snacks.
I'll get you the king size Kit Kat, motherfucker.
I told you I got the stash, man. We're going to be making a killing on the playground during recess, bitch. Get me in. I'll make us rich.
Recess all day, motherfuckers.
I would vote for Tommy too if he was saying I was going to get rich selling Kit Kats. Sure as fuck, I'd lean my neck out there and put some extra ballots in for you.
That sounds like a pyramid scheme.
No, little fucking Tommy Epstein. Yeah, he's onto something. Anywho, yeah, I just to me, there's no this whole thing recently is kind of eye opening to the fact that whether it's the hurricane, the interviews, Kamala being a dumb bitch, or a combination of all of it, it's like starting to really curve away. For
So
Trump.
it's
been at minus 150 for the first time in a long time. Trump wins.
Trump wins at minus 150.
Minus 150. It's been
That's
like
not bad.
even minus 110, minus 115 for months.
Really
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but for some reason recently, it's like
interesting.
Yeah.
Can you ring that bell?
Love it. This is gonna be good. Let me sit
So
back.
my theory is that Donald Trump has already said that he is campaigning in New York City for the remainder of the campaign.
Do you think he's going to Rikers Island? Sorry, keep going.
No, I think New York has already turned
Towards him?
and the more rallies that he does within New York, the more reasoning that they're going to need to decimate New York. And I don't think Milton is meant for Florida.
You think it's gonna keep going up?
I think it's going to go back into the Atlantic, hit another low pressure system, and turn right into New York.
Okay, interesting. I think if anyone was out there with a good laser, DC ain't bad. Why is it that
That's not a bad target?
You know-
just saying, and it's big. I mean,
fuck.
and it's a pentagram from the sky. You can hit the fucking pentagram.
I mean,
people.
Jesus Christ, you brought up the fucking point that the hurricanes never hit oil rigs. When's the last time you heard of a hurricane hitting fucking DC? Hurricanes hit New York. Hurricanes hit New Jersey. They're rare, but like once every 5 years, I feel like a hurricane comes and hits directly on like New Jersey, New York, and shit like that. And it hits the Carolinas. It hits fucking Florida all the time. It hits the Gulf of Mexico. It hits almost every single spot up and down the fucking coast, but it just doesn't hit DC.
well, that's because of the pentagram. Man.
Wow. I don't even think we need to ring a bell for that.
No,
I just don't. I mean, chat, wherever you are, whoever you are. I'm not making fucking T-Rex look it up. You tell me the last time a fucking hurricane hit DC. I don't recall one.
you tell me the last
Like
storm.
a big fucking storm.
Yeah, like a fucking NATO or something.
I got a video. I'm not going to share it with you, but I have it on my fucking phone and I'll post it later of a rainstorm that happened over the summer. And I was watching it because it was like deep into being like, dude, every fucking day we have these trails. And it's not really supposed to rain, or if it's supposed to rain, it's not supposed to be that hard. And then boom, it's this huge fucking explosion of power. Electro fucking power, lightning fucking like hard fucking storms we've gotten. So I looked at this last one and it was like all the way up and down the coast and these like streaks, literally fucking streaks of fucking storms that were just like popping up and intensifying. And then you look at DC and it's like the storm would get right outside of DC and it would just dissipate. And then it would pick back up on the other fucking side. Like, I mean, it literally would just be these huge fucking storms going up, boop, gone, past DC, boop, back on. I mean, I'll share it. I'll share it on Twitter. I've had it. I probably have already before, but I'll throw it back up there again.
Straight from
So,
Google.
The last hurricane that hit Washington D.C. was August 31st, 1952. It was Hurricane Abel.
That's a
52
biblical name.
Hurricane Abel. Incredible. So we're looking at a 70-year fucking gap since the last time a hurricane happened to make landfall in Washington D fucking C on the coast. Do me the favor.
That might be something.
When's
to
the
look
last time
into.
a hurricane hit Virginia? Virginia's right fucking there.
Right there.
Virginia's right fucking there.
It's right there.
I'm trying to think of the main. I can't.
Or Maryland.
I feel like if a DC, if a hurricane, that's one thing Baltimore's got going for it. It's right fucking next to DC. It never has to worry about hurricanes.
Has to worry about
That actually would be
bridges coming
hilarious
down.
because if Baltimore was hit with a hurricane recently, they'd be like, "Damn, we got this technology down to a fucking T."
So the last hurricane to hit the coastal areas of Virginia was October 8th and 9th of 2016.
Look at that.
Hurricane Matthew.
Would you look at that?
Hurricane
No.
Matthew, another biblical name.
No fucking way. Okay, just the last one. Look up the last hurricane to hit Baltimore.
If this is a biblical name, I
If
think
this
we
is
need
in
to
the
start.
2000 teens, bro.
They were perfecting it,
Bro, this is the only viral clip we'll ever have.
We're fucking figuring something out, though. Maybe these biblical names mean something about hurricanes. Is there a biblical Milton?
Abel and Matthew. No, the only Milton I know.
It's in the description.
It's his. Did you take my staple?
I'll burn this fucking place to the ground.
I saw those media.
Fucking
I'll
Milton!
I'm
Milton!
gonna burn this fucking house to the ground.
No shit.
All right, what do we
It
got?
looks like it was just a tropical storm.
Okay,
Tropical
that's fine.
Storm Anna in May 11th, 2015.
Another teen.
I'm sorry.
I think we figured.
Did I turn this down or did I blow out the mic? Because I can't really hear myself. Hello. There we go. That's better. I think I blew it out for a second. Sorry, everybody, for their eardrums. Yeah, I mean, I think we just solved it right there.
I think we did. That's pretty
Fucking
insane.
DC hasn't been hit by a hurricane since 1952. Hurricane Abel.
Hurricane Abel.
And we have evidence of Baltimore and Virginia being hit by a hurricane no less than 10 years ago.
And I even went a little north of that to New Jersey.
I think
The
it's
last
every
one
year.
hit that was it was Hurricane Harvey.
Mm-hmm. 21, 20.
No, 2017.
Okay. They were toying with the East Coast right during the Trump years, before the Trump years.
What's south of DC?
Virginia.
Tennessee?
No, Virginia.
Virginia south?
Mhm.
Thought it was east or west.
No. Dude, DC is basically a piece of Virginia and Maryland.
All right.
I will say for DC's sake, like, maybe they've gotten hit with a little bit of remnants of storm, obviously, but the actual direct hit, because I think they're a little bit but they're close enough to the fucking shore that they should have gotten hit by other hurricanes in the last 70 fucking years.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Like, I mean,
Fucking Delaware's right there. God damn.
Delaware. When's the last time a hurricane hit Delaware? If this is after 2015, I will take a shot. I actually don't think there's been one in Delaware in a while, because Joe Biden's from that state. I mean, we're just piecing this together live time, people. Live fucking time right now.
It was Hurricane Isaias in August 2020.
Oh,
Give me the shot. Where's the booze? Unbelievable. So we got Delaware in 2020. We got New Jersey back in 2017 with Harvey. Harvey actually, I remember, fucked us up pretty good. I remember Harvey up here got us in like the remnants again, but it was bad. Like, it was like a lot of rain, over like 3 or 4 days or a couple days. It was like tons of rain. And it's kind of fucking odd that we look at the geographic map of the Atlantic coast. That's just all very condensed areas right there, not very far apart. Not even like the size of a hurricane. Like a whole hurricane could cover all 3 of those.
yeah,
But
easily.
you said the tropical storm was the one in Baltimore?
Yeah,
Because it had to be fucking small enough to not affect DC.
yeah.
we solved
Baltimore's right there.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Internet. We solved the fucking harp crisis tonight.
I don't know about solving it, but we noticed something different.
Mhm.
I wonder if there's any other spots
That never get hit by a
that
hurricane.
never get hit by a hurricane. Like, does Hollywood get hit by hurricanes?
Well, they're West Coast.
Does West Coast not get hit by hurricanes?
They have earthquakes.
They had an earthquake.
Yeah, they have a lot of them.
They had a 4.9 magnitude earthquake earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking insane.
Was it before or after that guy tweeted out the video saying, Siri, what time is the hurricane or the earthquake tomorrow?
I don't know. I didn't hear that guy.
I
I am not caught up with this shit.
I think it was October 8th or 9th. I actually
Today's the
forgot to
9th.
look it up because I didn't give a fuck. I think it was yesterday. So the guy made the video the day before, the 7th.
Okay.
I don't remember. I have to look it up. But he basically is like, "Hey Siri, how big was the earthquake on October 9th, 2024? And he goes, the earthquake was a 4.1 or something like that magnitude earthquake and had damage to this area, blah, 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 blah. Like, it was
shit.
It might be fake, though.
I saw people asking about the hurricanes and the fucking Alexa just shut off.
There was some people asking about how many people died in the hurricane.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, and it already had like pre-programmed like responses. But I think you can actually hack into Alexa and give it pre-programmed.
You can tell it.
So
what
that's
to
why
say.
it's like it's kind of
that. I don't
fun.
trust either of those.
Yeah.
Did you boys just want a little bit of update on what's going on?
Yes, please
with
give us an
Milton?
update. We need one.
All right. So there are multiple fatalities in St.
Jesus.
Lucie County due to one of the tornadoes, the outlying tornadoes. They don't have a number, just multiple fatalities. There is considerable flash flooding in the Tampa area. They have had 10 to 14 inches of rain already. And more than 1.1 million people in Florida are out of power right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I'm putting it out there that if there's anybody in Florida that has family up here that they cannot get housed, come on up, man. I got an acre. We'll get you a trailer. We'll figure out something. You don't need to stay in that shit.
It's
fucking A.
It's tough, man. We got friends down there.
I can't imagine
families down
there.
there.
If that was happening to me, I probably wouldn't leave, but I throw it out there that if anybody needs anything, just hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, I would say that we've never really had any donations. Fuck all of you for watching. But if you were gonna donate, tonight's the night, because anything else that comes in while this is fucking happening is going towards actual people who need it down there.
As soon as my wife is impregnated, I might be going to help the relief, because once the stressful part is over, we'll be all right. And to be honest, she'll probably be happier with me gone. I
don't know about that.
Oh, trust me. Have you seen her on hormones? She does not like me. So I might be going to help the relief effort. So if anybody wants to donate now, it might be literally going to help people in need right now.
The BJFF relief effort.
Yeah.
Campaign. Yes. Well, thank you for the update.
I'm also going to see if my work will pay for it, but who knows?
Port St. Lucie, as you said, is where the tornadoes had touched down, right? So we didn't really talk too much about that.
More weather modification? Like, where the fuck are these tornadoes coming from?
So
I do have one more fact for you that just popped up.
Yep.
So this is Milton is the third hurricane to hit Florida this year, and this has only happened in 5 other hurricane seasons since 1871.
That 3 hurricanes hit Florida in the same season?
Yep.
Wow.
Interesting.
With a 4th. It probably has never happened with 4.
So it's the 3rd fastest growing hurricane in recorded history. It's the first time this happened since 1800s.
No, it's only happened in 5 other hurricane seasons. So this is the 6th time it's happened since 1871.
Okay.
It's rare.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it happened in 2005, 2004, 1964, 1886, and 1871.
So I bet you, and they might not even have stats on this, but I bet you the fact that it's happened so rarely is that they might have never had a season where they've had 4, maybe, but 5, because you say there's like another one that could potentially hit it.
Nadine, yeah.
The sentence right after that is no season on record has had more than 3 hurricanes strike Florida.
Here comes Nadine.
So this would be a record-setting hurricane season in 2024, the year of the 2024 election, when after James O'Keefe, God bless you, I never knew the point of the interview you did that day, but when they decided to change their narrative from COVID to climate change, good fucking Lord, if that isn't a fucking sign that you need to question what is happening right now to Florida. Come on. They're going to push that. That's all they have left. They've gotten everybody on the whole abortion thing. No one cares anymore about abortion. No one's cared about the fucking economy forever because everyone just apparently is okay with paying too much fucking money. Not the real people, which were already going to vote for fucking Trump on it. And now it's like, okay, who's the last ditch effort southern fucking people who are going to get devastated by hurricanes, and they're going to blame it on fucking climate change. It's brilliant.
It is pretty
It's
brilliant.
a brilliant strategy. No, they would never do that. Shut the fuck up. They would never do it. These people care about one thing: power.
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 We need more power.
Have you seen the meme? It's one of the best memes. It's so simple. It's so fucking simple. You guys have seen the Truman Show,
yeah.
obviously. Do you know the part where he says he goes like this, like the creator, he puts his hands out like this. He's like, it's perfect, like, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's the girl yelling, goes, "Sir, we're running out of because it's like the pressure system of the hurricane. There's only so high a hurricane can literally go. There's a max level that is like physically possible for a hurricane to go, and this damn near came close to it when it was intensifying in the beginning." And it says the girl's saying, like, "Sir, we're reaching the capacity that's like physically possible." And he just goes, it's like him like this. And I go, that right there. They go, "We need to now slow this thing down, or it's become even more obvious that we're fucking with it."
That's why it's not a Category 5 when it hit.
Yeah. Well,
in my
and
opinion.
Well, yes, because I think most of the Category 5, there's hardly any Category 5s that actually hit.
No.
It's always a 4 or 3 by the time it gets there, but it's big enough.
I mean, 120-mile-an-hour winds. That ain't nothing to fuck around with, man.
Yeah, because I think it's really only based on winds and pressure.
Yeah.
And eventually the pressure rises and the winds will slow down once it gets closer to land. But
You hope.
well, there's the whole thing about what happened to Houston. Fucking almost, what was that, 8 years ago now? 7 years ago? Where the hurricane.
Oh, more people that disappeared and nobody knows where they fucking went to? 'Cause
That
they were in the dome?
was, I think, 2017, or I think it was 2017. It was the year our man Scramble for You got married, because we were down in Mexico. And in Mexico, there was the one hurricane that was fucking up the Bahamas. It was your classic Bahama hurricane where it just rolls through like a fucking bowling ball on all those islands. And there's this other hurricane that was happening, and the reason our flights got rerouted out of Houston, we're supposed to fly into Houston, ended up doing a direct flight because Houston was done. This hurricane sat over the fucking city for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Never went away.
Just sat there.
I mean, what was going on that they needed something out of Houston for those fucking days? Because Jesus Christ, that's not normal.
No.
Well, other hurricanes are in there, like fucking things are like, it's just
Once more people figure out what the hell's actually going on, they will start questioning, well, how long has it been going on?
mm-hmm.
And then we'll start looking back at all of this bullshit and start
Yes.
looking like, wait a minute. Was Katrina this fucking bullshit too? Like,
I'd
was
argue-
Harvey this bullshit too? Is every storm that's been ever impacted on the Americas past 1952?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Since past 1952. I go, look at all of them since then.
Yeah.
Because apparently the capital is just lucky.
Yeah.
Over the last 70 years.
And
Look at every single one since 1972.
And okay, so 1952 was the last time one was hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened just before there in like 1945?
Yeah, the aliens.
Oh, no, well, not even the aliens, but all the Nazi fucking scientists came over to the Americas and started working in fucking
Well,
DC.
the space program was really starting to take off in the 50s.
Yep.
And God only knows if they were like, hey, guess what? We'll teach you. And this goes way off. Ring the fucking bell. This is like astroanthology territory. But it could go so far as if you believe in the real dark theory that there are the overlords of the people that we had agreed from the American government. That's 52 is during, I believe, Eisenhower's reign. And it wasn't, that was when they made the deal with the Arcalians.
Yeah.
In the battleship.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck they're called. No, they're not Arcalians. I love Men in Black, though. I had to drop that.
It was Venetians, wasn't it?
Yeah, Venetians, something. Yeah, yes, the Venetian, the guy that's like during the same time frame that all this like things happen, and then all of a sudden, poof, we're gonna build a bunch of highways and become the greatest country in the world.
Pretty much.
No hurricanes hit DC since 52. That's my hashtag for the rest of the year. No hurricanes DC since 52.
DC needs a hurricane.
Katrina's an obvious one.
All of
Especially with
them.
who was in power. Are there rainmakers? I've always thought of a great movie or book would be a science fiction movie called Rainmakers, and it's just a secret society that makes the rain.
That sounds like.
Wait a minute, that's what's happening right now.
That sounds like a Native American group.
The Rainmakers.
The Rainmakers.
We can have a Native American actor.
That could sound actually.
You
Need a great
need
folk country band.
The Rainmakers. There's lasers on the shore. They're blaming it on Transformers. But we want more. So we release tornadoes. We're the Rainmakers.
Just like that.
We're the Rainmakers. Hope you live in DC. That's our Johnny Anchors original. This studio gives me the fucking energy I need. It really does. We'll release that album one of these days.
It's already been released. What was the fucking name of it?
Raw Bars.
Raw Bars.
Raw Bars 2.
Raw Bars 2.
Raw Bars 2.
There was never a Raw Bars 1. I know.
There was a Raw Bars 1. It was not here. It was during my college days, but it's not available on most music platforms.
Start with the 2.
The rain. I think we've gotten to a point though where we've like I said, everybody is at least at the point of questioning something.
If you're
There's
not
too much crazy shit.
If you're not, find your fellow white male, and I'm sure one of the two of you is looking into something.
Yeah, more often than not. No, I mean it goes beyond that though. I mean, there's people all race and creed looking into it. I mean, there's so many TikTok. The amount of people that I see on there now, and that's why it's becoming mainstream, because COVID, they went so fucking hardcore on everybody about trust the science and trust your government. And well, not that one. Wait till we get the new guy in. Okay, now trust him.
Yeah.
And like people didn't like eat. They didn't really question it as much at first, but then just shit kept fucking happening. They're like, yo, you gotta like look up and like, what the fuck are these people even trying to tell me? Like, and what's more entertaining? Conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
If we're batting 20, 200, 250, we're doing a good job. I think we're close to like 350, 400. There's a lot of fucking conspiracy theories out there that are crazy to me. You can't believe all of them, but like you believe all of them. I think the normal person, if you're getting like a quarter of them, and you're just like a quarter of them, or 2 out of 5.
Yeah,
you're just like, yeah. You know what? That's you know what? That kind of makes sense. Sure. No. I mean, like to rationalize what makes more sense, or just to keep you more entertained. That is better than what you're getting on the fucking news.
Oh yeah, you get doom and gloom on the news. At least this will be like, oh, this is what's really fucking happening.
Doom and gloom, or like middle school kumbaya.
Yeah,
like that's just not. And comedy nowadays has to be based. There's no good comedy that's liberal. I mean, the Daily Show.
Did you watch?
Holy fuck!
Did you watch Ellen DeGeneres' new stand-up? No, I didn't. I guess it was just like her farewell fucking comedy tour.
Oh yeah,
and it was
she
her
goes to prison,
and it was her just basically pitying herself. It's like that's pretty on brand.
It's again the victim society and the victim culture is losing now. No one wants to, and that's like the academics and the people who now run the press. The corporate media is just dying for the reason of the fact that they're not entertaining. They didn't keep up with the times of what like the average American was doing. And oh, by the way, while you were doing all of that, you were pumping illegal immigrants in here at a fucking record pace. And you know who's actually going to get replaced? It's not the white man. It's the fucking inner city people. Yeah. It's the people that have like literally the entire Democrat base that is seeing the fact that holy shit, like they're actually giving them more money while I'm still fucking struggling and I'm voting for them. Yep. Are you fucking kidding? Like that is the awakening for the people that are like, oh, we're not bringing them in here to vote. We're not bringing them in here to get. No, every single thing that people have said conspiracy theory wise on migrants is true. That one's batting 1,000.
Yep.
I mean, amount of fucking money, and you give them bank accounts and smartphones, and you let them do nothing.
And then you give the hurricane victims
$750.
$750, and then they get denied.
And how about the fact that the FEMA is in charge of that? Mayorkas. Why is Mayorkas in charge of anything?
I don't know. Isn't that the dude that dresses up as a dog?
No, I don't know. No.
That dude's weird though, right? He's weird, right?
He's the Cuban immigrant.
Yeah, he's not even American.
Yeah, he immigrated here from Cuba. And it's weird if you look into his citizenship. Right. Like it's weird. Like you can't really find a time when he became a citizen.
Oh, like Kamala.
It was just like one day he became a citizen, and now he runs the Department of Homeland Security.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's somebody behind the scenes pushing the strings.
35 million undocumented immigrants at the current moment.
And
10
all
more
of
years
them
of
can
that.
vote.
10 more years of that. It's half and half.
You know what I find interesting, and someone at my work brought this up. So Costco, I know you pay for a membership, but they are now.
I've set foot into Costco like 3 times.
I've been there once.
Yeah.
But they are now scanning your Costco card when you walk in, and if your photo doesn't match that ID, you can't get into Costco.
Really?
But when you go to vote, you don't need an ID.
No. You just gotta make the signature.
So now illegal immigrants can they can vote, but they can't get into Costco.
Mm-hmm.
I just find that a very interesting fact.
Well, the one interesting fact that I think of is, where else in the world would someone who's undocumented, like let's just put it out there, okay? Some countries do, in fact, and this is a great liberal talking point. Some countries do let immigrants vote in their elections.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously,
I don't know.
I can't think of it's a European thing, probably. There's a lot of countries that don't have voting, so there's that. I can't think of a single other country that would be totally fine with the fact that, again, 117% of registered voters voted. First of all, you can either say it's stuffing ballots or it's illegally documented voters. They're not even legal immigrants.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's a legal immigrant. He's never voted. Fucking, they don't vote. That's just not a part of it. But illegal immigrants can vote? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry that this is upside down. If you're going to let someone vote that's not an immigrant or not a citizen of the United States, why not start shit?
Nice breaking shit.
Oh, did I break it?
Party foul. No, you didn't break shit.
Thank God. That would have been a heavy shot. But why not fucking start with the people who are here illegally? That's all I want to say. That's all I say.
Get them the fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
Well, that's, a fucking voting line for me of Project 2025 is Jesus Christ. Can we clean this up a little bit? So maybe the fighting age males that are here just all by themselves, no family.
So Project 2025 was brought on by the Democrats, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Saw
a yard sign about it earlier, yeah.
But yes, that is a very good point, that there are no children, no women coming over. It is all fighting age males.
Well, there are, but they're not nearly as many in the numbers of fighting age males coming by themselves.
And they're under duress and getting sold as soon as they get over the fucking border.
The fucking video of the kids getting in the van.
I didn't even see a video of it.
Fucked up.
Really?
People are starting to go to airports and filming these people who come and get planed out wherever they are. And then they get into a fucking van, a black van. They're asking, where are you going? They're going, well, we're going to the Biden, or they actually didn't say it, but they followed them there. And then when they got there, the people there were like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're not fucking filming in here. Like, no. And then on there, it says child detention center.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah. That's now coming out. People are starting to fucking really ask the question and doing the dirty work of following them.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. But you're right. Shit. Like, where are they going?
I don't know. All of these people are just getting held up in hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of these hotels are just getting all booked out. And who's paying for that?
Us.
Exactly. So, At what point can we say that my taxes aren't going for what I want them to go for, so you are no longer getting them?
Well, the only thing that would ever stop any of this madness of government itself would be a tax revolt. Or
Is it
it would need to be a physical one because
well, they're not going to go.
They're
going to go down swinging. Let's get that straight. I mean,
let me say this.
Look at Milton.
Yeah, Milton's on a good fucking path for most of that. One of the things that's funny is that recently before the Kamala polls went to all shit, they were bragging about how the jobs numbers went way up.
Okay.
Now I remember that they had the jobs numbers way up for a while, and they had to revise it by a lot, like a lot. Yeah. And they, yeah, what's up, buddy? Someone did a deeper dive into those jobs and why there was way more fucking jobs, and it was like the largest month on record for government employee hires.
Oh, imagine that! So
it was like 700,000.
So they're rigging the numbers again. I bet all IRS agents.
I mean, IRS agents, but who are these people?
Yeah, who knows? NPCs.
They're legals.
Just no.
Who is they? They go. Wait a minute. Like, I'm like, do this again. Like, where the fuck are all these government jobs coming from? There's not like this huge announcement like government hires all these fucking people. So that might be a fake story, but I haven't really had much time to look into that one.
That'd be interesting because there are people that are saying all of these illegals are actually UN combatants.
Mm. So they're really going to put on blue helmets?
They'll be safe from the DEWs.
That one's especially that theory holds especially close to the blue helmet folk. That is like, you ready? I love those memes, the Patriot memes with the blue helmets. I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
There is a lot of the ones with Christians and Muslims with those blue helmets saying, "Are you ready?"
Interesting.
Or together.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting fucking theory. I'd say you're onto something there because where do they go against? Oh yeah, you're right. I know how this pot goes.
There is only one enemy.
Got to be the Hindus, right?
Yeah, no, not even close. Well, kind of close, but yeah, I've already bashed them. I don't need to bash them some more.
I think people know your point.
Yeah.
What time we got?
Just look at the.
Okay. Nice. Any other updates on the Milton?
It is now a Category 2 hurricane.
Good.
All right.
Winds are still at 110 miles per hour. And I've seen a lot of the water is in a reverse surge. So it is being like sucked out. So now we're going to have a tsunami. Going to go. They said don't go out into the receding water because it's going to come back.
They have a fucking tsunami hurricane?
I don't know.
That's what it sounds like. It's pulling all the water back.
Yeah, it's a reverse surge is what they're calling it.
There was a video I saw. A reverse surge. There was one earlier I saw where they say usually the water at some it was like some pier or boardwalk.
The riverway.
Yeah,
with a bridge.
Yeah, with the bridge.
They were like normally it says like
perpendicular.
14. Yeah,
and then now it's just a river flowing north.
Yeah,
the ocean. It's a very rare anomaly type fucking hurricane.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I mean, come on. And they say these are terms I've just never heard of. And I feel like I follow hurricanes a decent amount as like any other, red-blooded American wants to understand what's happening to his fellow Americans.
I do want to let you know there was a 2 minutes ago an update. Biden spoke with Florida officials ahead of Milton landfall. I'm just going to read a quick quote.
She's going off of CNN.
Biden told each of these leaders to call him directly if they need additional assistance on rescue, response, and recovery efforts.
Do you know what that is? Well, it's twofold. He doesn't want them calling the governor.
And they don't want to call Kamala.
And they don't want him calling Kamala because he put that Trump 24 hat on for a fucking reason. He wants that bitch to lose. That was insane. He wants that bitch to lose.
Well, this was officially a coup d'etat.
Yes, they threw him
against
out.
Biden. Oh yeah, they threw him right to the
Well,
wolves.
technically, he's never really been there. It was a coup d'etat against Jill Biden.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
and she's pissed.
She's not happy. She's not happy. Did
And
you hear
they-
about their staffers recently?
Oh God, what happened?
The Jill Biden or I
Watch
think it
out
was-
for the chef.
I think it was Joe Biden staffers. Well, actually, technically, believe it or not,
Their dog bite someone else.
has anyone seen that dog?
I don't
recently?
know, man.
I mean, the things they do with people.
Yeah, no
I mean,
shit.
God only knows what they would do with the dog when it stopped getting press. The Jill Biden staffers. It was not Joe Biden staffers. This is the funniest part. It was Jill Biden staffers and Kamala staffers got into a physical altercation in the White House
I think I did hear something about that. That's fucking awesome.
over the fact that Joe Biden and this was not planned. It was as they could say, like like someone fighting back. They said that Joe Biden literally told him to go out there and be like, go take the spotlight for a minute. Like, go out there. You never go to White House press briefings ever.
Yeah.
Go out there and show her up.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's and the fact that it makes headlines on both sides
Yeah.
is when you know that information that usually should not be leaked gets leaked. It's leaked for a fucking reason.
For sure.
They're in a bit of disarray, and for that reason, I worry for the 45th president's health.
Oh,
It's looking like it's starting to turn hard towards his victory, and they've already tried to kill him twice.
I am convinced that he will die.
It's not even a conspiracy anymore. I mean,
No.
fuck it. They're already trying to do it.
I'm convinced that he will die, and then Baron will become Batman.
You had to go there. Baron will become Batman.
Batman.
Yeah,
I'm Batman.
and actually,
I'm
I think in a realistic sense, Baron,
I'm Trump Man.
even though in a twisted type of thing, might become Robin to Elon Musk's Batman because he's got the money. Baron's got the money too, but I mean, Baron's actually I heard doing very well in New York.
Elon
College.
Musk is making for a great villain.
He is. He's also being very weird. If anything's gonna take down,
Opposed from what other Elon?
never.
Okay.
Never.
Just
He's
making
always
sure-
been weird,
yeah.
yes. But he's up the
He's up the ante quite
he's
a
up
bit.
the ante a lot recently, and I think that he actually could be the main reason why Trump loses. He's getting to the point where he's pissing off even Elon people with his giddiness, and I don't know. He just does not. To me, his role in this whole thing might just need to take a backseat for a minute.
I'm worried that all of this good doing is for nefarious reasons.
Yeah.
Like he's offering a lot of Starlink, which is supposedly helping a lot of people. And I don't doubt that it's helping a lot of people because people who have no communication are getting communication. But
Are they actually getting it for free?
I don't know. He said that they are, but who knows for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens after?
After the election?
No, after the disaster is cleared, after everything is settled, what happens with those Starlink machines? Like, we're getting into the point where time is progressing at an exponential rate.
Mhm.
We are getting multiple storms. And if you don't think this is biblical yet, I don't know where the fuck book you're looking at, but we're accelerating towards the peak until the downfall.
Mhm.
And the downfall is right around the corner from any point from here on out.
Mhm.
And it just needs one cataclysm. What if all of those Starlink machines that he just delivered suddenly exploded? So all
What is
these
a
people,
Starlink machine? Like, what does it look like?
it's
you
a
know?
satellite.
Right, but okay,
It's,
so
it's a big square.
he's delivering them to just what, hover over the area? Is it like more of a drone? This is what I
No.
don't understand. So
It's an
Starlink-
antenna.
Oh, it's an antenna.
It's
okay.
an antenna.
Okay.
So think of it as a big Wi-Fi router that connects to the satellite.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically, you put it outside, it beams off the satellite, and boom, you got internet. From what I can see online, it's not the best internet. You get like 50 megs,
Yeah.
for
Enough to stay
$250
on
a
the
month.
grid.
Elon, if you want to compete, you need to bring the prices down, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's
pretty
fucking
brutal.
insane. I'm okay paying the $500 for the package, but then $250 a month.
That's pretty weak.
I'm getting
Fiber optic is kicking your ass.
I'm getting a gig for 60, motherfucker. 60. What the fuck are you doing?
Fiber optic internet is definitely the way to go.
But so you got all of these people that were stranded without communication. It finally gets resolved to somewhat of a livable space again, right?
Mhm.
Then all of a sudden, these stranded and people without communication have to deal with an exploding Starlink.
Yeah. I mean,
Just a theory,
that's a deep
but
one.
that's how they start.
That goes right into the fucking. I mean, we haven't done updates in so long. The cell phones exploding in the pockets of
Hezbollah
fucking
shit.
Hezbollah fighters.
Yeah, no shit.
Are you fucking kidding me? I know
So
we're a little
don't
late.
tell me they don't
We're a
have the
little late on that.
technology.
Exactly. They said, oh well, they put gunpowder in the order that they sent over there, and
Yeah,
they
bullshit.
rigged it. And like, oh, okay. Radio waves and frequency waves can explode these fucking things in our pockets.
That would make sense if 2 days later they didn't do the pagers, or vice versa. They did the
Right.
pagers and then they did the cell phones.
They did everything else. It was even more than that. It was like laptops, cell phones,
Oh, they
all
just blew up everything.
like different electronic devices.
Yeah, all you got to do is switch the fucking code
know.
in this fucking thing,
Yeah.
and boom, it explodes. I mean, for fuck's sake, the Samsung Note 2 was exploding in people's pockets for no fucking reason
Yeah.
in airplanes.
Yeah. it's just-
It became such a thing that the FAA said you can't travel on an airplane with this fucking phone because it'll explode.
and Nokia is no longer relevant in making phones.
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard of someone having a Motorola?
My dad has Motorola.
No
We are-
shit.
Using a Motorola right now.
That's a
actually.
Motorola?
That's a Motorola.
Motorola?
Motorola.
That's a Motorola?
Hello, Moto.
I thought that was a fucking Android.
Yeah.
Android's a Motorola?
Motorola is Android, yes.
Wow, I deserve a shot. I literally did not know that. I thought Android was Android.
All Motorola's are Androids, but not all Androids are Motorola's.
All Motorola's are Androids, but not all Androids are Motorola's.
Because my Samsung is, or my Google Pixel is also an Android.
Huh.
Samsungs are Android.
So Android is the one. breaking-
Android's a platform.
Ha. Okay. Yeah, that's news to me. I'll pour my shot a little higher for the closer. Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought Android was just. That's funny because they probably went to those companies and like, you're failing because iPhone's kicking your ass and Apple's going to take over. I'll save your cell phone by you using our platform. Is that the business strategy they probably had there?
Maybe. I don't know.
we
but
work on the platform. You guys make the phones, and and in competition, we'll see which one makes it better.
it could be.
It's capitalism at its best, right there. Even
Got
though nerds hate capitalism, the nerds have Androids. No
And
offense.
all of the fucking phone companies are from Korea, so it's not really much
No,
competition.
yeah, like, they all have the same. And they all have the same pieces.
Yeah.
For the most part, like
Yeah.
a phone that would have exploded for Hezbollah, I believe, originated from Thailand, right?
Sure.
I think
I don't
it
know.
was Thailand or maybe even Taiwan.
I would.
Probably Taiwan.
I would say Taiwan.
Probably Taiwan because of the semiconductors. But like,
It was probably a Hawaii phone.
yeah, I think the whole thing was like the cover up to it was it was just one particular package that had this. We put gunpowder in there. We put the explosive device in all of these phones, and not one of them went off when these guys they didn't fucking travel through an airport.
Yeah, right.
They didn't fucking. What did they just? Everyone just got it that day, and they're like, "Yep, first day, everyone's got it. Fire it off." Like what? That
That's-
story does not add up.
That's a conspiracy.
That fucking story does not add up. Okay.
No, not even a little.
So they just fucking exploded phones. They found a way to probably hack their network to like, oh, these are the phones that people use as burners or the pagers, I should say. But like these people, like again, they're carrying around these pagers everywhere they went.
bit. Yeah,
There was never a time
never.
where they would have had a hint,
Accidentally bumped it or some way.
or like
a certain way.
fuck, man. I'm not saying Hezbollah is like the CIA or anything like that, or but like, come on, there's smart people fucking working for them. They would have tested these things and said, like, is there any explosives in this before we bought them all?
Right.
You know what I mean? They're taking one apart. Oh, maybe we don't hand these out. There's gunpowder in the fucking... No. I don't believe that. I think they really just figured out what the pagers were and then called the maker of those pagers and said, hey, guess what? Rip this frequency.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Oh, my bad.
Mm-hmm. Bang, bang. And they all lost their nuts. Not saying I was rooting for him, but it's fucked up shit.
I hope you're not rooting for him.
I don't root for anybody.
I don't either. And you know what?
There's no rooting for.
I root for people to stop dying. That's what I root for.
There's no rooting for any of the wars happening right now. Wouldn't root for Russia. I wouldn't root for Ukraine. Not rooting for Israel. Not rooting for Hezbollah. I'm not rooting for any of the other fucking wars that are happening.
What about Iran?
Well, I hate Iran because they hate us.
Do they?
The people of Iran, I feel bad for. The Iranian government does not like us.
Do you think there's a reason for that?
Oh, I don't blame them, but I'm not. I think you were the one that said this to me before. I'm not going to feel bad or look out for or give mine to someone who wants me dead.
True.
So Iran doesn't like us.
We need to stay out of everybody's fucking business. Is what I think. We need.
True. I guess I don't really like China that much, but the problem is China is so damn peaceful with their world economics that it's hard not to envy China because they are the rising superpower. Shout out Ray Dalio.
Because they're doing it the right the fuck way.
They're doing it the right way through diplomacy, through building infrastructure. I'm
going to build you a road,
right?
And you just pay me.
I mean, they look at us as their enemy, but like at the same time, it's like I guarantee you, China, if it wasn't for like strong, and the thing is like this ain't gonna get any fucking better with Trump, but he might keep them in fucking check more. They should be a good trade partner, but they also commit atrocities to their own people.
Oh yeah.
Way worse than any atrocities you think or you can imagine is happening in the United States, minus energy weapons being used on civilians.
And they straight just steal shit.
They're all they care about. All China fucking cares about. I can't remember the name of the book, but I read maybe a good third to a half of it so far. I haven't probably read any of it in about 3 months. But the guy had said that in China, there's no need for a company mission statement. In America, there's a mission statement. Like, this is why we do it. There's a whole website and what is it? The letterhead or something like that, like or the masthead or something like that. Like America's very structured.
Yeah.
It has to be by law. So with all these mission statement and bullshit in China, it's straight up. We don't give a fuck. I'm not here to have a mission statement saying that we're going to clean up the world with our, new energy storage system that's, biodegradable or fucking carbon neutral or any of that. No, bullshit. Does it make a profit or not?
Yeah.
That's China. We're in it for the money.
Yep.
They don't hide it.
Not
and if you don't, you get eaten alive.
Literally.
Yeah. So there's so many of them over there. It's like everyone's got the new next idea. As soon as someone has it, no copyright law, someone else steals it, makes it better.
Yeah.
There's no patents. So there's some of the things about China that are absolutely savage. But it just, to me, Iran, they just don't like us. I mean, their government just don't like us. They got a guy fucking, they funded what? ISIS, Hezbollah, all of them. They're the money behind all of the bullshit that happens against
because we
us.
gave it to them.
Yeah,
we Biden gave it to him. But
yes, and Kamala. Don't forget her. She wants to make sure she takes credit for giving Governor whatever the fuck his boot's name is down there, DeSantis.
Yeah.
She wants to say like, oh, he didn't answer my call. Well, I thought you were useless these last 3 years. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you're important.
Oh, shit.
She is probably behind the fucking money to go to Iran because if she does get in,
she's gonna need help.
Iran's had all that money for these last 3 years. That would get interesting.
It's if she gets in, our world as we know it will be coming to an end.
Oh yes,
and quickly. But let's get a last Hurricane Milton update, and then we shall skedaddle because it's already fucking 10:30.
Yes.
Nothing.
Milton? Nothing there?
No, I have been refreshing it, and there has not been an update for 8 minutes.
Are you on CNN?
Yep.
What's Fox News say about the ordeal? Actually, you know my favorite one to go to during the day? New York Post.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's such trash rag, but sometimes they have these stories on there like the heavy hitters. So funny. They're probably, I wouldn't say disappointed, but they seem like the ones that try to ramp up the fucking hype.
Live updates are.
You're not talking.
I know.
Oh.
The ones with live updates are CNN, Yahoo, NBC, New York Times, and AccuWeather.
AccuWeather's actually good shit.
All right.
They seem to have the most consistent weather resource that I found when looking at weather.
Well, of course, they're the one that disappeared.
They were also the ones that had the swirl.
Yeah.
I figured out that's just because it's the future. They don't have a good way of like you know, they have the meter, and it's
Yeah.
like, what does it say now? What's it going to be in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes? The swirls only come up in the future. That's an easy one to debunk, ladies and gentlemen. We don't believe all of them. We're still not batting 1,000.
Their last update is the same as CNN's from 8 minutes ago.
So they're connected.
No, they're a coordinated effort.
So
Huh?
AccuWeather is basically CNN's weather.
That's it.
Fuck. We've been following those fuckers for years. Good to
They
find
had-
out about that.
They had different ones throughout, but theirs was roughly the same about 8 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
I'd say in good recap that we figured out that DC will never be hit by a hurricane.
Yeah.
Hasn't been hit since 1952. That's a hell of a fucking discovery that we were only able to do thanks to T-Rex being down here in the brand new revamped fucking studio, King's Arthur's Court. Shout out King Arthur in this court that he has bestowed upon us. We pray for the people of Florida. The night is not over. There's going to be more fucking flooding. I mean, the hurricane has just made landfall very earlier than expected. Shout out Conspiracy Clean. Shout out our boy Mazer, who's in Tampa. Haven't heard back from him, but he probably doesn't have power.
1.1 million out. So
Probably no internet either. So shout out Mazer. We love you, buddy. Good luck this week in fantasy. I think we've covered some good.
we've
some
covered a
good
lot.
Topics.
We went through a lot. So
A lot of shit.
anybody that was with us for this wild ride, that was fun.
It was a good fucking time. I'm happy to be back in the studio. It sucks I can't do it as much more responsibility of parenthood. You guys will figure that one out real quick.
I'll still be down here.
But yeah, I mean, you got the fucking studio at your house, man. We'll have fucking Leaving Earth daycare upstairs,
There you go.
and then we'll have all the fuckers that are out here. Actually, real quick, shout out Foreplay, or I always say that fucking A. Scramble for you.
Scramble for units.
Scramble for units. At Scramble for you. He set himself up good. Did you see his new setup he's got?
I saw briefly. I did not watch the whole thing, but
He's got the mic.
yeah, he needs to work on the echo.
So he probably could use your assistance there as a sound engineer, as a
Probably.
part-time sound engineer that you are.
Where's he at? Is he here?
He's local. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. See, but he said as soon as, because he posted the video, and like 20 minutes later, he texted me. He's like, "I'm ready for the pod."
About
Like, I'm
fucking
ready.
time.
So he would be a great guest to have on virtually. He's got the setup, but like you said, he needs to work on the echo. So maybe you shoot him a DM or something.
Yeah, I'll fucking get a hold of him.
Because we're gonna have him on to do sports and golf and all that at some point.
So CNN just gave a small brief update of what's happening in different areas, if you guys would like that.
Of course.
Yeah, go
Yep.
ahead.
All right, we got St. Petersburg. There's heavy rain being blown violently in one direction. They had 5 inches of rainfall fell in just 1 hour.
Damn.
Bradenton,
Wow.
it's saying things are changing every couple of minutes. It's very unpredictable. Power has been flickering on and off for the past hour.
Okay.
That's even worse than having no power and then power.
You just don't know.
Well, not even that, but the surges will fucking start making shit explode.
Sarasota, winds remain extremely strong after the eye of the Hurricane Milton passes through the area. And Tampa, it's relentless, violent, and dangerous. Those are
In
all
Tampa?
the updates.
That's
Yep.
a great update. It's relentless, violent.
And dangerous.
You know,
dangerous.
real quick on the whole like transformer thing and like the shit exploding.
Yeah.
I wonder, like you said, like it's bad because if the power doesn't go out, then shit will start exploding. I wonder if there's an issue with the fact that they've probably tried to like enhance like their equipment and material to like keep power on in these type of situations, but it actually makes things fucking worse because then if the water comes in and the power is still fucking on,
that's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad situation.
And it's almost like shit. They should look at starting to potentially cut the power intentionally.
Yeah, so people don't get electrocuted and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's already a thing that they do, but
I don't know.
look into it.
I mean, Maui cut the power, right?
No, there it is. Good job. Good job in the bell.
The last statement on their little update is the roads are starting to flood and flooding is going to get much worse because basically the water has nowhere to go.
Also heard that Florida is on limestone, like the entire state is limestone.
The peninsula is
and
limestone.
And limestone isn't that durable. So just it could. Just like Atlantis.
You know, I'd have to apologize to all the residents of Florida. It's mostly just been trolls who are Miami Dolphins fans who like to troll me for being a Bills fan and living up here. My most common comeback when it goes too far was that only when they complain about the weather. Like, yeah, enjoy freezing your ass off there. I go, enjoy being underwater. Enjoy falling into the fucking ocean. I did not know that about limestone. It was just a chirp. I don't want that to happen. But that's interesting.
I also heard that this might be a big disruption in agriculture next year because I guess hummingbirds are a big pollinator for like 80%
just as much as bees. No, not just as much as bees, but they're up there.
But they pollinate a fuck ton of crops, and they left the coast of Florida and then were flying south to Mexico straight into the fucking hurricane.
You know what's interesting about that is that people saw birds acting very strangely.
Yeah, like telling them that they need to leave.
That, and then some of them, those hummingbirds, the small birds, just dropping that out of the sky.
Well, that's because their batteries went down.
Could be. But to stay on topic of the episode, that's radio frequency waves.
It very well could be.
There's frequencies that they cannot withstand. That could potentially be, again, if you're following along and you made it this far, you know, that's what's the ionosphere is just pumping them full of fucking different frequencies, and then it becomes more violent. And animals they can't fucking handle that. Goes back to that video of the bridge. The bridge fucking swaying from the frequency shit. Like, this shit is well beyond the realm of our fucking knowledge of how it all works.
Oh yeah.
But when you start seeing these wildlife things happening and hummingbirds flying into a fucking storm, again, how many years have there been hurricanes?
Yeah.
Every fucking year on record. How many years have hummingbirds fucking flown into hurricanes? Again, find the last time. I'm not serious about this. Fucking find the last time hummingbirds flew into a hurricane and died and it affected the crop season. Come on.
What are we doing here?
But this is and that's just one of them. That's why it's like you can't cover them all. You can't fucking talk about them all. It used to just be JFK, Bush did 9/11. That was it. There's fucking 3 or 4 an hour.
Now we have 15 subcategories.
It's unbelievable. I know. I'm getting excited. You're getting excited too. We're almost done. All right. Should we do it?
Yeah, fuck it. Thanks for following us. Thanks for joining with our crazy shenanigans.
We appreciate you, T-Rex. We appreciate you, fans.
Did a great job.
Cheers. Cheers to you all.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to Florida.
Ooh. Been a while since I've taken just Jack.
It actually, that's the best stuff. The best.
I like Jack Honey.
Nah.
Yeah.
Excuse you. What do you want to say about it? Did I out? That was the one time that I outed
Yes.
our cat.
Yes.
Well, King Arthur's cat. By calling him King Arthur's cat's actual fucking name. He goes, is he here today? No. Oh my God, there's too many fucking there's too many pseudonyms.
Yes, there is.
All right. Well,
it's been real. We've covered a lot. If there's anything that we can promote, it's question everything. Question literally fucking everything.
Always be curious.
Make sure that your mom is your mom. Question everything.
Well, on that note, no hurricanes in DC since 52. Take it easy, motherfuckers.
Peace. Okay, you got it.